Hello angels, Miss Quiet Queen. These two divas right here, as you already know, my daughter Ayana, my sister Gwen. Y'all say hello. Okay, so we have a few things we want to do today, but first of all I want to say thank you because this video is highly requested. Many of you were asking me to get my family back in it again, do another video with you guys because you love them. So here they are, doing another guest appearance.
Hello.
And get my hair in my face. My eye. But anyway, I'm going to just talk about one thing first. Well, judging from the last two videos, I have a pretty good big response on the global prayer that I'm starting up. Got a lot of responses from you, and I can't wait to start that. As you know, I said I wanted you guys to get your chakra video, your chakra CD, so we can cleanse our chakras and get prepared for this global prayer, because this is not something we're just going to jump into. We have to get prepared. And I do have my Elite 9. Remember I told you I wanted to start off with 9 people, 8 plus myself, to start the foundation. And I'll get into that a little bit more and explaining that later, or maybe in another video. But I wanted to talk about the chakras. We have to cleanse our chakras, and our chakras have to be strong in order to do this. One of the things I want you to do to get ready to cleanse your chakras, see, we got to go in steps, is a little method called tapping. Now tapping is, and if you're not really sure what it is, I can't go into detail because they're going to talk as well, so I don't want to take up too much time. But tapping is a healing process for your chakras and your internal spirit. And what you do, you can tap on different parts of your body. You start with the face. I normally do this, and it really does work, especially if you have a lot of sinus problems or any kind of medical issues, or when you're spiritually down. It doesn't seem like it works, but it really does. What you do is you just tap certain pressure points on your body, and you can say affirmations and positive one-word affirmation or prayers, and just see yourself with the golden light within you, shining within you, and going out and just tapping and saying things at the same time. Okay, look up tapping. There's a healer that does strictly tapping. I will leave a link to her right below, so go ahead and check her out and get into the tapping. And don't forget to get your chakra video on CD by Dean Everson. Okay, so that's what I had to say. My sister is holding her granddaughter right now. So what
I guess first I want to touch on someone. They left a comment when I said something about my son seeing faces in the clothes, and they asked, do I think that the faces can talk? Originally I felt no, because when I see the faces, it's different faces. Maybe somebody I recognize, and maybe somebody I don't. And sometimes they come in flashes. They just boom, 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 boom. You know, if my eyes are closed, I can see them. If I see them in the curtains or something like that, I don't think that the ones in the curtains can actually talk. But I did have this something. It was something.
Stay in the shot.
I don't know what it was, but I was looking down and I seen it on the wall in the bathroom. You know how bathroom tiles are, and I saw it move. So it's like you may. I think it can.
It was a face in the curtain.
It was in the wall.
The
one in the curtain did not move. It was just still. But the other ones, they do actually. I believe that they move. They can move. But I want to say, be careful with that, because they're not all nice, and they don't look nice. And if you looking at it and you're meditating and they come up and they start moving or whatever, you have to have a certain thing about you that's, you know, get you into to bring it to move and things like that. But you want to be careful about it, because some demon ones come through there a lot. You know, they're not necessarily nice.
Okay, but see, here's one thing about that. But the demon, doesn't it have to be a portal So isn't when these spaces appear to you, whether it's in a curtain on the wall or whatever, isn't whatever your establishment, your house or building or wherever you at, isn't that like a portal?
Has to be some type of portal.
So
But not so much with the faces. I think that the faces will just, I don't know, maybe that's why they're still. I don't know. I can't be,
So
something somewhere, right?
there's already a thin line between the spiritual world
You have to turn it
and
off.
the world that we live in
Yeah,
already.
right.
So I mean, getting into the aspect of talking portals, that's a whole nother like topic and deeper conversation. But the basics is it doesn't take, well, I mean, it comes back to being technical again. I mean, but it doesn't really necessarily, you don't have to bring about a portal to find some type of way to cross that line.
Right.
So, I mean, and if you're powerful enough to attract them, you're powerful enough for them to feed on them, and you're powerful enough to bring them over. So.
Okay, go ahead.
Makes sense?
No, I kind of disagree with that. I think that if you are in an environment where it is not susceptible to, like I said, portals or bringing them over, it's not going to happen. There's some place where you.
I believe it could. Like she said, if you're strong enough and you have the will, but I do believe that it has to be a portal too. It has to be something coming in for the actual spirit to come through.
Because there's some places that you can protect.
That's not what I said though. I didn't say they can come anywhere. I said the line period between the spiritual world and the world we live in is thin already. So if a person wants to bring them and they're strong enough, they can.
Too,
but I'm not saying if they protect themselves and theyll still come. I'm not saying that.
Is that what you thought?
I thought that's what she was saying, that it doesn't need to be a portal. Well, she was kind of saying that, but I get what you're saying. Okay, Yanni, go ahead and there is a dream.
Why am I going next?
Because we both said
No, thank you.
We talked.
she's being shy. She has a dream interpretation to do. Okay, well, you're not shy. Then say the dream interpretation. Okay?
Okay. Or do you want to talk about
so
something
maybe you
else?
should read the dream so they know what I'm actually talking about.
Okay. Okay, that's going to have to turn off. Go. You have to turn that off.
That's a nice.
Okay, can you turn it off?
I don't know how to turn it off.
It's off. Sorry, angels. Here.
Till Monday. Okay, so I have a dream interpretation by one of my subscribers. And what's up? Bada bing.
Bada bing.
Okay, and he sent me a text. He wanted to interpret the dream. Now, since I was in the dream, I find it difficult sometimes to interpret dreams that I am in. I don't know, maybe it's humility, maybe it's a psychological thing. But my daughter's really good at dream interpretations, and sometimes I think she's a little bit better at it than I am because she really takes her time with it. And some people just have a knack for it. So, you gotta read the dream first. Or you want me to read the dream?
Okay. You gave me a box with a snake in it.
Just speak up. Speak up louder, sir.
You gave me a box with a snake in it. You did a contest on YouTube and I won. So you mailed the box to me. When I opened the box, it was a cobra and a book and a few rocks. After I opened the box, there were some things happening. There were some things that happened. First, my dog caught on fire, but it didn't hurt him. Then I started seeing things. I called you and told you what was happening, and you were drinking wine. And you told me, open the front door. Then I opened the door to my house. Then nothing happened. Then I opened the outside door. Then everything stopped.
Okay, so what's up with that?
Okay, so I just thought of some more questions I wish I had asked. One, did your dog disappear when everything stopped? And two, how were you feeling while all of that stuff was going on? that's kind of something I should probably think about when trying to figure out what exactly it means or what I get from it.
No.
She's so bad. Okay, anyway, but when I did, my first thought was when I heard it, was that the things that my mom talks about, there's something, whether she said it already, whether she's going to say it in the future, there's something that you need to hear to help you with some type of situation that you're going to encounter, if you haven't encountered it yet. And it's going to have something to do with your past, because you mentioned your dog, who you said died a few years back. And you're going to need something that she says she has the knowledge, to fix, or whatever it may be, whatever situation that you're going to be going through. And it's simple, but it's going to seem difficult to you at first until you actually figure out, how simple it is. The simple is opening the door, but you got to realize it's not just one door. You got to open that second door. So, without the answers to those other questions, that's about all I got for right now.
So, say he answered those other questions. Give him the scenario on both ends of the spectrum.
I mean, it's an open answered question, so
what was
there could be various answers.
What was the question?
Well, it could be.
One, how did he feel about everything that was going on?
Okay.
And then, two.
What if he was feeling bad? Like horrible? Where would that take you to?
Then the situation he's going to be going through isn't going to be a good situation.
And if he was feeling really good and everything was fine, I don't know how you're going to feel good with a snake in some box and, your dog caught on fire.
A snake isn't necessarily a bad thing.
I understand, but the dog caught on fire, that's good?
But it didn't get hurt.
Uh-huh.
He said the dog caught on fire, but it didn't hurt.
Well, then what does the fire represent?
Fire represents purity.
I would say that stuff would mean you're going to encounter something that may seem frightening maybe at first, maybe something that's a little bit standoffish, like, I don't know about this, but you need to open the door and give it a chance.
Didn't he say his dog is dead?
Yeah.
But he had a dream about his dog catching on fire and it didn't hurt him. So maybe, because I tell people that when you have dreams about things and people, it tend to be aspects of you. So maybe it's something that he went through a while ago. It's over with, and he caught up, which is the dog. And the fire represents something, it purified them, because fire tends to...
Yeah, that's what I said, something that from his past. It has something to do with his past.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then it was something else that you said.
I'd like you to interpret my dream.
What
was your dream?
It's kind of long, so...
Okay, we probably have to do another video. She said her dream is kind of long, so I don't want this one to be too long. But, so yeah, Brother Bing, I hope that helps you out some. But my question that I wanted to say, why was I in the dream? I think you might have touched it. And why was I drinking wine? I love wine, by the way, as long as it was burgundy.
Wine is
Mogan David is my favorite.
Wine is a higher form of beverage.
A higher form of
a higher symbol form of beverage. The best example I can give is when Jesus turned water into wine.
Yep.
It's a higher form of beverage.
And because that may have something to do. And why did Jesus turn water into wine? It's just to drink it, be merry, or is it something representing knowledge? I know that when you do communion at church, the wine is supposed to be representation of Jesus' blood. So maybe, I was drinking wine because that's how his subconscious mind was telling him, I'm spiritually connecting. He was spiritually connecting to the universe or something, and I was just a symbol representing that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you have any questions about Gwen's faces, And or what Ayana said, or the tapping. I'm going to get into the tapping and all of that. Y'all do some tapping. Want to tap? Tap. It really does feel good when you tap. It really does. And your heart tapping.
Type of tapping that feels good.
You know what? It sounded. You know what? We got to keep this G-rated, Angels. I am so sorry. My daughter. She bad. I'll see you later. Thank you, Angels, for joining us.
I'm married.
Bye. Bye. Oh yeah, one more thing. Always, always stay in the light.
Ding dong.